Mayra, Liz, por aquí. Muchas gracias por recibirme.
Wonderful to have you here. Welcome to Marazul.
Mayra Alonso runs Marazul, a travel agency that was a pioneer in organizing trips from the U.S. to Cuba. ¿Creciste en Cuba o creciste
No,
aquí?
I was born, raised in New York. I went to Cuba. My first trip, I guess, that I could remember, I was 7. I felt like I was home.
¿Es algo que le quieres heredar a tus hijos?
Sí, yes. Something that I do hope my daughters continue to do. And they did. They have been. They have been to Cuba. One of the trips that we made, my oldest told me, Mommy, I see what you meant. I feel really good here. I feel as if I'm home. She made me cry, of course. But
That's nice.
yeah. Marazul was founded by people who wanted those bridges, who wanted the relationship between the people of Cuba and the people of the United States.
¿Y en algún momento esas personas que no estaban de acuerdo con los viajes a Cuba atentaron contra ustedes de alguna manera?
In the 70s, late 70s, early 80s. There was an explosion at one point in one of the offices. I was quite young when it happened.
They put a bomb
Sure. I mean, back in the 80s.
in a tour agency.
Yeah, in Florida as well. Yep.
¿Cómo se sintió en ese momento?
Terrified. I remember a time in the late 90s. There were threats to Marazul offices.
What kind of threats?
We had to have extra security at our office. We had to be escorted to our vehicles at the end of the day because there were a few people not happy with travel to Cuba.
How the regulations look like nowadays for U.S. citizens?
There are 12 categories out there that allow us to go into Cuba.
No pueden ir simplemente a hacer turismo en La Habana.
No, it's not allowed under the regulation. A U.S. Treasury Department has the restrictions. It's the trade embargo.
Why? Could you explain?
No, I can't because it has no explanation. It has no logic to it.
¿Cómo se sintió cuando Obama reanudó las relaciones entre Estados Unidos y Cuba nuevamente?
Wow, what we've been working for all these years has finally happened. There was a huge boom with travel. It was crazy. It was busy. It was great. The phones were off the hook. When Trump came in, he didn't shut everything down. What he was good at, making people afraid, scaring them into, I guess, thinking it's not possible to go. You're restricted now. With the Biden administration, again, there was more of an expectation of maybe reverting back to the Obama time where all this travel was possible. And it's not happened.
Los representantes políticos a nivel congresional y del Senado puedan ayudar a la normalización de los viajes nuevamente hacia Cuba.
I'm sure they can, but those Cuban Americans that are in Congress and in the House of Representatives are keeping that from happening. They have their own Cuban emotional connection or history that they don't want Cuba as it is now supported. They don't want people going. They want to restrict it as much as possible. They want to make things worse.